Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store. How's everybody doing today, man? And hey, unfortunately, we cannot have nice things in Dallas Cowboys Nation. We have more injury news not in our favor. We'll talk about it, have a sound discussion about the best steps to go forward, for this game against Arizona. And we'll chop it up, man. I'm gonna get the pulse of the nation, see what y'all talking about, see how y'all feeling going into Arizona, possibly shorthanded. So y'all know the usual rules and regulations. Y'all tap in with your boy Henny. Make sure you slide in here. You hit the like button. After you hit the like button, because remember, the more likes that you get on a YouTube video or a Facebook video or whatever platform you're seeing this on, the more that platform will push the video. So if you got love for your boy Henny, make sure you hit the like button on the way in. We're practicing manifestation over here, so make sure you share the content 6 times. If you drop emojis, drop 6 of them. If you show support monetarily, send $6. I'll make sure you get 2 raffle entries. Right, so let's practice manifestation. Let's practice hitting that like button. And listen, with the way we're feeling right now, let's practice slapping the shit out of an Eagles fan. Because if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, I will be able to give you half off all the merchandise inside of the liquor store. And we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got cow burritos, we got hen, we got gin, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in with your boy, Hennythemoor, and come get drunk inside the liquor store. I see my boy Neil not only dropped the 6 championship trophies, but he also said he came through and he went ahead and he slapped 7 Eagles fans and 7 Cardinal fans before stopping in. And that's love. So go ahead and slap 7 fans up for number 7. So salute to Trayvon Diggs. Salute to all y'all for the support. EJ Savage in the building. Said, what's up, my brother? Chris Davis in the building. 1295 top shot in the building. Bruce got the toxic juice in the building with your boy. I see y'all. Thank y'all for coming in, showing love and supporting. Brian Kite, I see you too, my boy. Hey, Chris Davis said it right. He said he slapped Bart Lame Scott. Yeah, that man sat there on in front of God and everybody else lied and said he never been called lame. Everybody and their mama called you lame a couple times over the years because you always do lame stuff. Hey, Brian Bradford said, is he out or questionable? He's questionable, but it's not looking good from the initial report. Miss So Overick tapped in with us and showed love with manifestation. I see the 6 blue hearts. Salute to you. Johnny Woods, he said, we all knew he would get hurt just when Tyron would get hurt. This is his second injury right this year. I think so. I'm not sure. I'm about to go back and double check. Rich Smith, I see y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. Tupac with the Mohawk. Tyrone Church, what's up with y'all, man? Thank y'all for tapping in and showing love and support, man. And remember, the raffle is still going on. As I said before, instead of $5, if you send 6, I'll give you 2 raffle entries. We really need manifestation right now in the liquor store and in Cowboys Nation with the rash of injuries we had. So we're going to have to wheel our way to the championship, man. So, hey, if you send, you'll get an opportunity to win Madden 24. You get an opportunity to win a Dallas Cowboy jersey. You get an opportunity to win a Dallas Cowboys bobblehead. So if any of that interests you, make sure that you hit the super chat or the super stickers. It'll be $6. It'll be $6. He's questionable right now. He'll probably be a game time decision for what they're reporting. Remember, and I'm going to go through the tea leaves with y'all. Because remember, questionable does not automatically mean they will still play. They really don't know. It's really a question. Doubtful, is for sure they're not going to play. They don't have to give them an out designation until right before the game. So right now they can still be, they can still be game time decisions. Because remember, Tyron Smith was questionable, and he did not play. Tyron Smith has been questionable the last 2 games and has not played. They did not downgrade him to out till right before the game. He said Colorado fell back to earth. No, Colorado was a 21-point underdog going into the game. Everybody knew that Colorado was overmatched. Colorado, and listen, Deion Sanders himself said before the year started, he said he was 7 or 8 guys away before they were an actual contender. Right? So them losing to a team that got a bunch of NFL players is really not damning. right? He already upset a team he had no business beating. He beat a rival in a rivalry game. He beat another conference team. So he's already out to a much better start than people expected him to be. They're 3-0. They'll probably fall to 3-2 after playing Oregon and USC, and then they can still win about 8, 7, 9 games. And that's progress. This is a team that only won one game last year. Freddie Morales, what's up with you? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the channel. Tyrone Church said, I want to see Ashton Sunday against the Cardinals. We'll see, man. So listen. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. He said Colorado went from Buffalo to Buffalo chicken wings. Yeah, they getting manhandled. Like they getting manhandled, dog walked, all of that. Like, hey, there's no sugarcoating. But hey, a blowout builds character, man. They needed to go through this as an organization and as a coaching staff, as players. Yeah, they were 1-11 last year. Like, that what people be forgetting. Deion Sanders inherited a 1-11 team. It says, so Over says, meanwhile, she got to help her Bama boys. Jeez. Yeah, man, they were struggling last time I checked with Ole Miss. Letty, what's up with you? They were tapping in. Mike DC4L, what's up with you? He said, good afternoon, Henny. And most of all them shit eaters and Buster Snot, and shared to like the video. Hey, it's crazy, but Bo Nix only like 23. It's he been in college forever, but he's only like 23 years old right now, right? Because he been playing football since he was a true freshman. 5 years of football, been playing since he was 18, so he's 23. He's 23 years old. So let's talk about the news that got everybody in an uproar right now. Tyron Smith landed on the injury report. He is now questionable with under 24 hours until the football game. He is now questionable to play against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, he came up on the injury report with a knee injury. They listed it as a knee. So we have 3 offensive linemen that are questionable for the game. Zach Martin, right, who they pretty much said he's going to play. I know he still listed as questionable, but Zach Martin, out of the 3 offensive linemen, has the best odds of playing against the Arizona Cardinals. So you can almost pencil in Zach Martin to be the starting right guard for the Dallas Cowboys. Tyler Biadasz, he just had a hamstring injury. As one of y'all pointed out, last show, he has the same similar injury to Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith missed 2 weeks. So, I know it was, very delusional, very hopeful to expect Tyler Biadasz to be available. So it's looking like he may not be available to go out there. Now Tyron Smith has a knee injury. We all know that Tyron Smith has a bit of an injury history. The man has only played 17 games he's only played 19 games at this point in the last 3 years. Coming into this year, he had only played 17 games. But, he's only played 19 games since like 2020. So he has not really been available for the Dallas Cowboys. He hasn't been here. That's one of the reasons why the Dallas Cowboys incentivized his contract for games played, right? They wanted to put an emphasis on him playing games to protect themselves from if he had to miss time. Because, he's still great. He's still one of the best left tackles in the National Football League when he's available. The issue with Tyron Smith has always been his availability, right? So I got love for him. I think he's great. I think he can go out there and still produce for us, as he still has been over the course of these first 2 games. But we all expected Tyron Smith to miss some time. And I'm going to be honest with you. We should have expected this. We should have known this. I said if Tyron Smith only gives us 10 games and he's available for the entirety of the postseason, I'm fine with that. Right? Because when I really need Tyron Smith, is not a random game in the at the early part of the season against the Arizona Cardinals. I really don't even need Tyron Smith against the New England Patriots. I need Tyron Smith when we're playing in a home playoff game trying to advance to go to the NFC Championship. I need Tyron Smith against the Philadelphia Eagles when I'm trying to, go ahead and win a division in the game to decide a division. I need you then. I don't need you on a random Sunday afternoon against a team that were, double digit favorites over. Because they have a backup quarterback. They don't have their best defensive player. They have a questionable offensive line. They have a below average defensive line. So if there's any time or any game for Tyron Smith to miss, if he is forced to miss, it would be this game. Because they don't really have anybody. They don't really have anybody, to concern me or worry me on their defensive line. They do have a guy that got 3 sacks. He's an effort guy. I forget his name. It's Javard or something like that. But he's not a Michael Parsons. He's not a Hassan Reddick. He's not a J.J. Watt, a T.J. Watt, or nothing. Right? He's not this superb generational pass rusher where I need all hands on deck to stop him. So if Tyron Smith can't play, it is what it is. We came into this season saying we felt comfortable with our backup offensive line depth. We sat here and said, man, Awesome Richards looks amazing in preseason. He looks amazing in training camp, right? We said we got a steal in the draft. So if I really believe that, I should be able to play Richards or play Edoga or play one of these guys in his stead and still go out there and beat this team by 10, 14, 21 points. I said we should win this game by 3 scores or more. I still believe that. He said he got hurt in a walkthrough. The universe hates the Cowboys. I'm adjusting my expectations. I'm not. But I'm glad you used the word adjustment. I'm glad you used the key word. The key word is adjustment. Because the hallmark of a good team is how they perform when they lose key players, right? The Eagles lost all kinds of players last year and made it to a Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs had all kinds of different injury issues. Had a bunch of rookies playing for them last year on the defensive side of the ball. They still went to and won a Super Bowl, right? 49ers played musical chairs at the quarterback position. They had Trey Lance at one point, starting the first 2 games. Then they had to go back to Jimmy Garoppolo. Then Jimmy Garoppolo went down, and they brought in Brock Purdy. It's not about not having injuries. It's not about not having injuries. The NFL is a violent sport. Dudes are going to go down. Dudes are going to get hurt. Dudes are going to go down. The hallmark of a good head coach or a good coordinator is how you adjust to not having players available for you. You adjust the way you call the game. You adjust the way that you attack a defense. You adjust your game plan. You adjust your coverages on defense if you lose certain guys in the back end of your defense. But you do not lay down and die. If you are really who you say you are, you adjust to injuries and you make the proper preparations to go in there and be a successful team in between the white lines, right? It's all about overcoming the adversity. Everybody's going to face adversity. Everybody's going to face adversity. He said 2 games, rest or starter, Cardinals and Patriots. I mean, if we can get away with it, do it. They might feel differently about the Patriots because they got a good defense. They might have some questions about being able to protect Dak Prescott against Judon and them and Bill Belichick, right? So you might need them then possibly, but give me 1 second. I gotta fuss with my grandchild. All right. He said we squad up being tested early this season. We got to keep the faith that our boys will make it to the finish line. I agree with that, man. I completely agree with that. Because listen, our offense is already predicated. Our offense is already predicated on getting the ball out of Dak Prescott's hand. Like Dak Prescott, week 1 was the fastest quarterback in getting rid of the football. Last week, when he played the Jets against a much stingier, much harder defense, he was still in the top 10 in getting the ball out of his hand. So this is a quick play, quick strike offense. The ball is coming out quick. It's usually three step drops. So we will do what we need to do. Listen, man. Clebo, he said he can't sleep on Arizona front four. We got backups in there. A few years back, our backup tackle gave up 4 sacks to someone that wasn't that good. Can't remember their names. Man, that was whatchamacallit. He ain't on the team no more. We don't have anybody as bad as Chaz Green. There's nobody as bad as Chaz Green on this team. Everybody on this team is better than Chaz Green. Josh Ball, as sorry as he is better than Chaz Green. So there's not a single soul on here that's going to give up 4 sacks against the damn against the damn Arizona Cardinals. And I also have to point out, that we're running a completely different offense. That was Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan that allowed Dak Prescott to get sacked that many times. That was them. Mike McCarthy is going to get that ball out of his hand. He's going to run screens. He's going to put the ball into the belly of his running backs. We're going to overpower a team that we're much better than. Even without them, they're down a bunch of players. Right? The Arizona Cardinals are down a bunch of players. They're down an all-pro safety. They ain't got no good corners. They're down a starting linebacker. They're not good. They're not good at all. So remember, and we already we've been playing with backup offensive linemen since week 1. We've been playing with backup offensive linemen since week 1. Right? So it's not even really a difference. It's not even really a difference like that. Because Chuma was in there playing for Tyler Smith. Chuma was in there playing for Tyler Smith. We ain't missed a beat. We still did what we wanted to do on the offensive side of the ball. It's all good. Take care, lady. God bless. Enjoy your game. Danny Huffer, what's up with you, man? I appreciate you for rocking. So, hey, let's go even further with it. Because I know we got 3 guys on the practice, that's listed as questionable. I already told you out my mouth that the boy Zach Martin is pretty much penciled in to play, but this is another report by Michael Gilkin. So he said 3 of the 5 starting offensive linemen are questionable to play Sunday at the Cardinals. Tyron Smith with his knee, Biadasz with his hamstring, Zach Martin with his ankle. At least one of those 3 is expected to start Sunday at the Cardinals. All will travel. So I'm gonna say this: there is still a possibility that Tyron Smith plays. It depends on the severity of that injury. It depends on the severity of that injury. If they feel there is no risk of him hurting himself even further, then I expect to see him play. But, what my boy said. He said Tyler Smith, Chuma, Tyler Biadasz, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele starting offensive line. You know what? If they do that, I'm not even mad at that, because Tyler Smith has more experience. He has more experience than Richards. He has more experience than TJ Bass. He played the entirety of last year starting at left tackle. So Tyler Smith, he's available. He has no injury designation. He's going to play. So hey, I'm down with it. Chuma already done started 2 games and looked pretty good. So you're right. I like that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one up. Hey, very good assessment right there. So what do y'all think about this offensive lineup? Kick Tyler Smith to the left tackle. Let Chuma stay another week at left guard. Tyler Biadasz is probably not going to play though. That would be the one issue I have. Tyler Biadasz is probably not going to play with that hamstring injury. I thought there was a chance he could gear up and play, but it's gonna probably have to be Hoffman. So you'll be playing with, and that's sort of tough. Yeah, the center is the one that concerns me, because if you're playing, I'm not saying that Chuma is horrible, but you will want to give the center the most support that you can. So if you're missing your center too, then you would have to put Tyler Smith, Tyler Smith and Zach Martin beside the center to make sure that he holds up. right? Because having Zach Martin and Tyler Smith on the side of the center makes his job easier, and then you will just have to put somebody else out there at left tackle. So I'm really concerned about how the Dallas Cowboys go about putting this offensive line together. I'm curious to see what moves they make to shore up this offensive line with multiple injuries. Because you will have to replace at least two. Oh, that thought he don't listen. He said Josh Ball at center. Josh Ball on IR, man. Josh Ball is on IR. That man is not going to play a snap this year. We lost him for the entirety of the year. All right, let's try this. Let's see what this one looks like. He said Richards, Tyler, Hoffman, Martin, and Steele. Steele shaky as hell. I'm running solely on the right side, based on the one you gave me. Because Richards is fine. And, Tyler Smith will make Hoffman's job easier, having Hoffman sandwiched between Tyler Smith and Zach Martin. And listen, I like Mr. Richards. I like awesome. I like awesome Richards. You know what I mean? So, we'll see what happens. Either way we go is not the most desirable outcome for us. Nobody wants to put your quarterback behind a patchwork offensive line. Nobody wants to put their he's not good. But beggars can't be choosers. I said, does Bass have any center experience? He has no. Coming out of college, he played left tackle and left guard. You played left tackle and left guard. They gave him some snaps, in practice at center. So he's been practicing at center here and there, but he does not have any tangible real world experience at the center position. He has nothing that he can hang his hat on. I mean, yeah, it's the Cardinals. If we were going up against, a stronger defensive line, it might be an issue. But Oregon got the ball again. Yeah, you ain't got to fill me in on the game no more. I don't want to know about it. I hate to see Prime go through that. So don't tell me nothing else about the game. I really don't want to hear it. It hurts my heart for Coach Prime, man. But hey, like I said, he got a 1-11 team. They already won 3 times as many games as they won last year, so they're winning. So I wouldn't mind it for this game, and maybe even at the Patriots game, to see Hoffman at center, to let the guys get healthy as possible. It just depends on how well they play. If Hoffman is a liability and he puts my quarterback at risk, there's a lot of things that I can overcome. I can rotate. I can rotate some corners and play a different coverage and rely on my front seven and still be a great defense. I can put a patchwork offensive line together and rely on my quick passing game in the run game, and I could probably still score about 27, 28 points. But the one thing I cannot survive this season is losing Dak Prescott for a prolonged period of time. I cannot, lose Dak Prescott this year and expect to go anywhere. So if this offensive line is not holding up, I'm trying to get my starters back in as soon as humanly possible. He said, well, let's go at center. I don't think Let's Go can even play center. The only thing I've heard Let's Go do is play. As a matter of fact, Let's Go is also on IR. Let's Go had a shoulder injury. He had to go on IR. So Let's Go went on IR. LaShawn Wright went on IR. And they had the ability to return by the 49ers game. And then the boy, Let me see. Oh yeah. Josh Ball is on season ending IR. They get a big lead and put Trey in. They would have to dress. They would have to dress him. You believe he been getting some center reps? Okay. All right. But yeah, he's not available though. So he's on IR. Nation Wright's on IR. They won't be back until at least the 49ers game. And then we also know that Josh Ball is done for the season. So, those are the guys that are currently on IR and won't be able to help us this game. Backup should get some play if it's a beat down by halftime or third quarter at best. Well, that's the thing. We're gonna have to hope and pray there's no drop off. We should hope and pray there's no drop off in our ability to protect the quarterback. We should hope and pray there's no drop off in our ability to neutralize other opposing offenses. So, let's make it quick. Yeah, Josh Ball suffered a season-ending hip injury before the season started. He got put on season-ending IR because if you get put on IR before you make the 53-man roster, you're done for the season. So they shut him down for the year. So currently, the Dallas Cowboys have lost Josh Ball, who I didn't think was good anyway, John Stevens Jr., right? John Stevens Jr., DeMarvion Overshown, and now Trayvon Diggs. So the Dallas Cowboys have lost. Y'all be wild in the chat box. You said, can Trey Lance play center? Man. Oh man, no. Y'all be wilding, dog. Said preseason make me feel okay about this game. I mean, I feel okay about it, but I do want us to know what we're getting into. I still think the Dallas Cowboys will win. I still think we'll win by double digits. I'm going to adjust my score by double digits. I say we'll win by at least 14 points instead of winning by 21. I'll give them a touchdown just because, new offensive lineman, you might have a hold here or there that derails the drive, right? So, but I'm still saying the Dallas Cowboys win by at least 14. We cover. It's not going to be a game, really. Yeah, man. Thank God Kellen Moore is gone, right? Because we're not going to see a running back play center for the Dallas Cowboys ever again. Yeah, Freddie Morales. You get your ass kicked from time to time. Let's see. I had us winning before the injuries. When I made my initial guess of the final score for the Dallas Cowboys game before all these injuries and question marks, I said the Dallas Cowboys would win 35-12. I said 35-12 before the injuries. So I still think they don't get into the end zone. I still think they kick 4 very long field goals because they got a good long distance field goal kicker. So I think they kick 4 very long field goals, and I think the Dallas Cowboys point differential might drop. I think instead of scoring 35, we score maybe 28. We scored 28. They scored 12. That's a 2-possession game. 16 points, 2-possession game. It said with the new offense and how Dak is getting the ball out so fast, it could offset the loss of Biotis for a couple games, let them get healthy. Yeah, I mean, that is the hope. That's the hope. But you also got to remember, a new center means he actually got to snap the ball to Dak Prescott. So one of the things to worry about when you have a new center is, one, them understanding the protections, and 2, them actually not having any snap miscues. I don't need them to get excited and snap the ball over Dak Prescott's head. I don't need them to snap the ball, this wide of Dak Prescott. Those are the things I'd be concerned about when we're talking about center. I don't want them to snap the ball too early before Dak Prescott is ready, right? So those are the things that concern me. When we talk about a new center. So, I'm trying to add in possible miscues and everything else. I don't expect a perfect game. I don't expect a clean game with new guys. I do expect us to eventually steamroll this team, but they said the practice squad O-line played center before. Who? I know that Hoffman got brought up to be the backup center for us, probably be the starting center this week, but he's not that good. Like, there is a reason that Hoffman they feel that Hoffman did not deserve a regular position on the team. They thought that they think so little of Hoffman. They let him sit on the practice squad. Oh, you talk about Sean Harlow? Okay. Sean Harlow did play some center, but I want to know, man, is either one of them good? I know for a fact that that Hoffman ain't good. Is Sean Harlow any good? We'll have to see. But yeah, Hoffman did nothing in preseason to make me think that he's a good player. And the Dallas Cowboys think so little of him, they let him sit on the practice squad, and they have no fear of nobody signing him to their active roster. Right? They have no fear of him getting signed by anybody. What's up, Mr. Richburg? I see you. Yeah, we don't want Dak to have a Tony Romo miss snapped over the head. Facts. So the fact that we have had 2 injuries in just 2 games on offense without a preseason is crazy. Man, it's crazy as hell. It's super crazy. Matter of fact, man, yeah, it makes you wonder, was it even worth not playing starters in the preseason if the folks still got hurt? Said we got to figure out what's going on in practice. Nothing. I mean, today was a walkthrough. They didn't even practice hard. Tyron Smith got injured in a walkthrough, dog. Trayvon Diggs got hurt in a regular one-on-one drill that they always do. Because listen, Mike McCarthy has held his practices the same way since Trayvon Diggs has been here. So 2020 they were doing one-on-one drills in practice. 2021 they were doing one-on-ones in practice. 2022 they were doing one-on-ones in practice. It's just the way that shit happens sometimes, man. It's just the way that things happen. Folks get hurt in practice all the time. Remember, Teddy Bridgewater suffered that knee injury in practice. Right? They thought at one point they were gonna have to take the man's leg. It was his knee injury was so bad. Deshaun Watson tore his damn ACL in practice, right, during his rookie year with the Houston Texans. So, injuries happen all the time in practice. You know what I mean? It just we have been fortunate not for it to happen to us. We've been fortunate for that not to happen to us. So, I don't necessarily believe they got to change anything with practice. And listen, they practice on grass too. So, it wasn't even the turf monster that raised up and got them guys. They practiced on turf. They practiced on grass. So I don't really know what else they could change in practice. Geno Smith got his jaw broke in the locker room because dude punched him in the face. He said King Kaizen said Tyron could stand too long and get hurt. Shit. Matter of fact, I don't know why we acted brand new. Tyron Smith injury from last year happened in practice. Like, Tyron Smith gets hurt in practice if anybody else doesn't. But we'll see. I pray that things work out. He said, my hood Nip plays for Oregon, Kingston Loper. Hey, congratulations to your boy, man, because they beating the shit out the onion right now. Said Alabama moving the ball. Man, but let me check in on that score real quick, man. I want to know if I can medal landlord today or not. Oh yeah, they back in control of the game, 10-17. 10-17. They back in control of the game. That's good. I think I pray for Arkansas though. What's up with you, my James and Taylor? They be tapping in and showing love, man. I appreciate you. Scored another touchdown. That's 24-10. Bet. Hey, later, Bruce got the toxic juice. I see you. Salute to you. Salute. He said, I still believe in this team being dominant, I mean, we have no choice, and that's the only thing I'm on here preaching about. When you have missing pieces to your personnel, when you're missing Trayvon Diggs, you change up how you call your defense. You can't be hyper aggressive and leave everybody manned up. You might have to throw in. You might have to throw in some zone. You might have to throw in some changes up. You might have to throw in some more cover 2 and give your outside corners more safety help at times. Okay, cool. That was for my boy Jameson. He said Deion is walking with his tail between his legs. I don't believe so. They're getting their ass kicked by a team that they're supposed to get their ass kicked to. Thankfully, we have the pass rush. Yeah, thank God. Thank God. So, hey, but speaking of Trayvon Diggs, man, like, I just wanted to put this graphic up so y'all can get an understanding of just how dominant Trayvon Diggs has been over the last 3 seasons, man. Over the last 3 years. He has the lowest passer rating of any defensive coverage guy in the National Football League when he is the nearest defender. That's better than Rasul Douglas, better than Kevin Byard from the Titans, better than Patrick Surtain, who everybody swear is a better corner than Trayvon Diggs for some reason. So Diggs is only allowing a passer rating of 63% when he's in the closest man in coverage. 63%. Was only allowing a passer rating of 1 this year. He said Bland is very good. He can start for almost every team in the league. And I'm not doubting that. But Bland is not Trayvon Diggs. You know what I mean? So, there will be a drop-off. There will be some growing pains. There will be some adjustments to the system. Because Trayvon Diggs is a one-on-one. There is not a single corner in the league with his ball skills. There's not a single cornerback in the league with his ball skills. So we're gonna miss Trayvon Diggs, a lot. But I still believe, like you said, the run Bland is good. He is a very good corner. With these increased reps and increased playing time, he'll probably be a Pro Bowl corner this year, right? But you're still gonna miss. You're still gonna miss an All-Pro corner. So, hey, Dan Quinn, you might have to switch some stuff up. I know you love to stay in cover 1. I know you want to stay single high safety with a robber maybe, and have everybody manned up across the board. I know that's what you want to do. But hey, think about throwing in a change up from time to time. So I'm more worried about Gilmore than Bland. If you're worried about Gilmore, then let him do what you brought him in to do. You brought Stephon Gilmore in to be cornerback number 2. You brought him in to be a veteran, top-notch cornerback 2. That is exactly what you brought him in to do. Right? That is exactly what you brought him in to do. So don't change it. Let Stephon Gilmore stay on the twos, and you baptize the run Bland by fire. He's young and fearless. He's athletic still. Let him run with the 4-3, 4-4 guys up and down the field. And you let Stephon Gilmore be a technician on the possession receivers, like you've been doing. Sugar Daddy, what's up with you, my guy? How you living? He said, if you watch film on Gilmore, you wouldn't be worried. He said, Michael, okay. So, yeah, man. There's maybe change up some stuff, dog. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. But remember, it's not about not getting injured. We already covered this once. You can have all the injuries in the world and still go to where you want to go. We've seen it with the Eagles. We've seen it with the Chiefs. We've seen it numerous times. We've seen it with the Patriots. Plug and play all the time. Said, would I extend Gilmore another year? Too early to tell. Let me review how he played the entire season. Let me review how he played the entire season. If he played up to par the entire season, yeah. Bring him back one more year. I think you can get one more year out of him. If he doesn't play up to par, then no. Right? I'm gonna let the season play out, postseason, everything, and then we'll go from there. Deron Bland actually got the first interception of the season. I know people initially thought that they were going to rule it as a fumble recovery, but they gave Deron Bland a pick six on that play that where Diggs had tackled Barkley. So technically, Deron Bland got the first interception of the season. Yo, what's up with you, Night Owl? I see you sliding through and showing love, man. And hey, everybody take the time to have us do a little light break real quick, man. So right now, your boy currently has 53 people watching on YouTube. And you know what? Y'all actually looking out for me, man. I got 52 likes on YouTube. So y'all doing the damn thing, man. So salute to y'all. 53 likes now. So hey, there's just as many likes as people in the chat. So y'all is doing the damn thing, and I appreciate y'all. So make sure that y'all share the content since the likes are up. Y'all share the content. Y'all slap them Eagles fans, and y'all hit that Cash App or that Super Chat, man. Right? Because we're still doing the raffle. You'll have yourself an opportunity to win one of the 3 prizes. We're raffling off a copy of Madden 24, a Dallas Cowboys jersey, and a Dallas Cowboys bobblehead. So, he said that means people like you. I know, I'm flattered, dog. I'm happy to say that people like the Henny. Hey, man. I appreciate y'all, though, man. It's good to be appreciated. But yeah, man. But we got the raffle going on. 3 different prizes. If you want a chance to enter, either send $5, but if you send 6, I'll give you 2 raffle entries so we can promote Manifestation in the liquor store. So salute to y'all. Thank y'all for supporting. And let's move on, man. He said, double R, I'm working, fam. He said, I can barely hear you. DC for Life, Texas, let's freaking go. Cowboys number 6. What happened to Coach Prime Colorado team? They got outmatched. Going into the year, everybody knew that Colorado's offensive line was subpar and their defensive line was subpar. They got skill position players. They got corners. They got some corners you can trust. They got a safety in Shiloh you can trust. They got a quarterback. They got wide receivers. But even with all that, you cannot win in the trenches, right? You can't win a lot of games. You can't win in the trenches. Yeah, you can't win a lot of games when you're not winning in the trenches. What's up with you? Hey, salute to Miss Marquetta for the $6 super chat. I appreciate you. The original people said call me. You want me to call you now? Or want me to call you when I get out the stream, man? What's up with you, Rico Jones? How you living? Appreciate you for tapping in and showing love to the channel, man. He said you got an error message on Facebook. Yeah, if Facebook tripping, don't trip about it. He said Colorado getting shook up. Yeah, they getting told loose today. I said they ran into a bully today. The only thing they can do is go back, lick their wounds, and regroup. That's the only thing they can do. Take it on the chin and try everything in their power to win next time out. At least make it competitive when they play USC. I don't expect them to even match up to USC. It's more lopsided against USC than it is against Oregon. But Let's see. He said, shout out to you, Joey. I'm on the job too right now. Oh yeah, man. Hey, you in the same field as my wife. My wife works in the medical field. So rain, sleet, or snow, she got to hit that door to go out there and and clock in, man. Folks get sick, rain, sleet, or snow, so she don't hardly ever be off on holidays, nothing like that. But yeah, let's move on to the Q&A section of the show. I done gave y'all the reports. We done chopped it up about the impact of not having Trayvon Diggs or concerns about the offensive line. It's y'all turn, man. What else? What's on y'all mind, man? Let me pick y'all brains, man. What's on y'all minds? So you got questions? I'm pretty sure I got an answer too. So drop your questions in the chat box, and I will answer them as they come up. So that's what I want us to do for this last portion of the show, and then we'll slide on out of here. I got an Arkansas team I gotta watch get their ass whooped. Said loose lips sink ships. Ducks was quiet until right before the game started. Hey, they had that ass whooping on their mind, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Said now they talking about Brock as an MVP candidate. Listen, they gonna have some random ass dude as an MVP candidate every year. Every year. Matter of fact, I am glad that they got that boy as an MVP candidate and not Dak Prescott. I'd rather us fly under the radar for the entirety of the year, and just move on from there. They said roll tide. Yeah, man, y'all beating up on Mississippi. Y'all beating up on Ole Miss. Salute to my brother Landlord for sliding in and supporting, man. That's my YouTube brother. Neil said he hitting this gym, making sure I make gains for harder slaps for the Eagles fans. Hey, man, that's the goal. We trying to slap the ball to a coma this time around. He said, yeah, it takes time to build a program. It doesn't happen overnight. Colorado is still a work in progress. Yep. And listen, they went out there to try and embarrass them boys, and they did that. But it is what it is. If you put a target on your back, folks gonna shoot at you. Yeah, salute to you too, man. Salute to you in the trap, my brother. Said we'll see more on Schoolboy Q Sunday. They have not confirmed that Tyron Smith is out, but he probably isn't going to play. From what the reports are, him and Tyler Biotis are possibly going to be out. So you'll probably be without your starting left tackle and your starting center, from what they're saying. Yeah, man. So we went from thinking we would have our complete starting offensive line for the first time this year to, say it will be hard for teams to score more than 10 points this season. Defense is that good. Yeah, I agree with you. We got a superb defense. Even without Trayvon Diggs, we got a superb defense. So you're replacing Trayvon Diggs with a guy that had 5 interceptions last year. I already got a pick 6 on the season. Neil said it feels great to not feel dread about injuries before an upcoming game. Depth game is very real in Dallas. Thank God, right? And listen, we're better. Now we're better, along the offensive line that we were last year. I can definitely tell you that. So what's the starting offensive line for tomorrow, Hen? I have no earthly idea. Because you could kick Tyler Smith to the left tackle position, but if you kick Tyler Smith out to left tackle, that means you're gonna have to lead Chuma Your entire middle of your defense is gonna be back up. The Chuma is gonna have to play beside Hoffman or the other boy that you got off the Giants practice squad. So you'll have a backup left guard playing beside a backup beside a backup center. If you did that, if you didn't move anybody, you just plugged in some folks. You plugged in maybe Asim at the left tackle position, left Tyron Smith there, and then plugged in the whatever center you put. At least that center will have a very good left guard beside him and a very good right guard beside him to make his job easy. So I'm not really sure what the Dallas Cowboys will do. I'm not even sure if I can question it. I'm not even sure I can really question it. Facts, they recruit him. The offensive scheme is one of the only reasons why I feel so confident going into this game. We're not trying to hold the ball for 3 seconds and take shots downfield. We're not trying to have these long developing plays. We're not doing a bunch of 7-step drops. The ball is coming out, and it's coming out quickly. So, that's the only thing I'm worried about. Yeah, go Asim, Tyler, and whoever the backup center will be. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense because I don't want to open up the middle of my defense. Dak Prescott can mitigate pressure on the edges. He can step up in the pocket. He can break contain and get off if they get too far off the field. So, he said, you seen Dak look like an MVP with that offensive line? I have too. But, I don't want him to get dinged or anything like that just because our offensive line is shitty. So I need them to stick with the game plan, and I need them to continue. I need to continue to allow Dak Prescott to get the ball out as quickly as he can do. I mean, thank God we're not playing a good team. Like, we're probably still gonna steamroll this team, but thank God we're not playing a good team. Also, I lost money on this Colorado game. I took Colorado and the points. Stupid me. Yeah, I took Colorado and the points. I was stupid. But hey, betting on the guy that's supposed to win does not pay you anything. All right. Nah, man, listen. Hey, man. It was only a couple dollars. I ain't gonna bet the house on no shit like that, but You know. People still forget that Dak has more wins than most quarterbacks in the league right now. If this was any other quarterback, they'd be crowning him right now. I mean, we already know that the standard that Dak Prescott is under is completely different than every other starting quarterback in the National Football League. I hate to say it, but it's true. They hold him to a completely different standard than they do even guys that are supposedly future Hall of Famers, guys that are supposedly much better. They hold him to wildly different expectation and standards. So I was betting with my heart. Hey, man. It be like that sometimes. But yeah, man, he said Oregon coach was clowning Deion. I saw. But, Oregon, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Like, Oregon is not going to win a championship this year. They do this shit every year. They beat up on teams they're supposed to beat up on. Then they play at Alabama or they play at Georgia or they play, one of these SEC teams. They get clowned. So it just for the fact, that he got the opportunity to do the clowning this time around. Yeah, man. Brett Favre could go out there and throw 100,000 interceptions. They'll never say a mumbling word about him. Matter of fact, Brett Favre got accused what he been accused of. Folks still ain't trying to talk out against Brett Favre. Yeah, from 500 picks. You ain't lying. He did throw 500 interceptions, I'm not mistaken. But hey, listen, Vegas only got $20 out of me. I ain't tripping. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and depart from y'all good people. I appreciate y'all for taking, the time out y'all day to rock with your boy Henny. I gotta go do some meditation before the Razorbacks play and stress me the hell out. But I thank y'all for everything. I appreciate y'all for the support, the love. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you hit the share button on the way out. Make sure you slap the shit out of Bort Scott on the way out because his goofy ass deserve it. And make sure you hit the cash app with the super chat on the way out, man, so I can get y'all these raffle entries in. So salute to all y'all good people. Woosah, woosah. It's going to be all right, Cowboys Nation. We're going to win by about 14, 17, 20 points tomorrow. My initial score. Matter of fact, I ain't changing nothing. F it. F it. I ain't changing nothing. You go with your first mind. Dallas Cowboys will win the game 35-12. The Cardinals will kick 4 long-ass field goals, and the Dallas Cowboys will score 5 touchdowns. The Dallas Cowboys will score 5 touchdowns. They're going to kick 4 long-ass field goals, and that's how the game going to go. I'm sticking with it. I ain't changing nothing. Peace. God bless. Much love. I'm going to get at y'all, man.